Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome to another episode of Empire Jeff TV. I am your host, Empire Jeff, coming to you on a Thursday night, live from Los Angeles, California, home of my Los Angeles Dodgers, your Los Angeles Dodgers, our Los Angeles Dodgers, who are taking on the San Diego Padres this Saturday in Game 1 of the NLDS at Dodger Stadium. Now, we've been waiting on this. We knew it was coming. We could pretty much set our watches to it, put it on the calendar. I know, probably hoped Atlanta could have extended that series yesterday, maybe made it a little tougher on them, get another pitcher out the way. But this was inevitable. It was coming. And we got a little sample, a little appetizer of it last week when the Padres came in and took on the Dodgers. Great series, high intensity, playoff vibes. And we get a whole nother set of that in a 5-game series coming up, man. A short series, not wild card short, but 5-game series. You got to take care of business at home. In 2022, the Dodgers won Game 1. They lost Game 2 and went on to lose basically 3 in a row to lose that series. I was at both those games at Dodger Stadium in that series, man, and you could feel halfway through Game 1, even though the Dodgers won, the Padres kind of unlocked something. They started waking up, didn't complete the comeback in Game 1, but they pretty much took care of the rest of the series after that. So going to be a very tough series. This is a very formidable opponent. They've got solid pitching. They've got probably the team that probably is going to make the most contact at the plate so far in this postseason here. Now, their bullpen has been kind of in a rut of late. Got to keep a good eye on that, man, because you got Dylan Cease going in Game 1. Saw today that the Dodgers switched it up. They're throwing Yamamoto in Game 1 and Flaherty in Game 2. So we're getting Yamamoto versus Cease in Game 1, unless the Padres flip that to kind of flip their matchup there, but I don't think so. Andrew Friedman said today that they pretty much did that to ensure that Yamamoto could be on his normal rest, and if it gets to a Game 5 and things like that, they were trying to really set up moving forward. So when they announced Flaherty Game 1, Yamamoto Game 2, I don't know if that was gamemanship. I don't know if they were just saying that and they flipped it today. But I also know, and I told you guys this earlier in the season, when I felt like they weren't going to let Yamamoto pitch to San Diego in that last series. I remember I told you guys in the Rocky series when we were saying, is Yamamoto going to go? I would have sat him that Sunday, sat him that Monday, and let him play against San Diego. But I said, I have a strong feeling the Dodgers don't want them to see him too much because they're more than likely going to have to face them in the playoffs. And he's still kind of somewhat of a mystery, and they don't want to give those guys too many looks at him and give them an advantage there. So seems like they were pretty smart in doing so. That game did not burn them. That was the walk-off game when Shohei and Mookie went back-to-back, and then they kept Yamamoto away from pitching to San Diego, kept those hitters from seeing him another time, and they're using him straight out the gate in game one, pulled the rope-a-dope on him, flipped the rotation there. So it's going to be Yamamoto 1. It's going to be Flaherty in game 2. They have not yet announced a game 3 starter. Maybe they wait and see where the series stands. If they're 2-0, maybe they go with Knack in that game 3. Hold off Buehler for game 4. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how they go down that path. But it's going to be a tough series, y'all. This is going to be a very tough series, and I would love for the Dodgers to handle this in 3, handle business and get them out the way. But this thing just feels like a 5-game series. It just absolutely feels like one. This is everything we've been waiting on, hoping for. And, let's hope they don't disappoint being the Dodgers, man. Look, I don't care if the Dodgers sweep or do it in 5. I just want them to win the series, win every series, get us that trophy, get us that parade. But at the end of the day, win this series. Win this series like you did the last one against them. They took us head-to-head this season, right? The head-to-head matchup in the regular season. But heading into the playoffs, we won the last series against them, and they threw their 3 best pitchers at us. We faced our top guys out the bullpen. We faced their whole lineup. Tatis is back and healthy in this last round that we faced them. So we saw the best of them, and we took it to them. We damn near could have swept them in that series. But they are feeling very, very good about themselves after punking the Atlanta Braves, playing in front of their home crowd, getting that battery in their back. Short trip up the 5 freeway up north to Dodger Stadium. So they're going to come in confident, locked in, ready to go. And the top of that lineup, fairly deadly as well. We know our top of the lineup is fairly deadly as well. It's going to come down the arms, the pens, and whose bats stay awake the longest, how the managers manage, and the role players, like the bottom of the lineup guys, the key guys that can kind of be the guy that no one expected to contribute. This is exactly what they got Teoscar Hernandez for. This is exactly why they brought back Kike Hernandez. This is why. For a series like this. This is what we got them for. This is what we built this team for. Not just for the Padres, not to take out the Padres, but to get to the playoffs against a formidable foe and beat them. And the Padres are that formidable foe, and the Dodgers absolutely have to beat them. And they're going with Yamamoto in game 1. I saw today that that Max Muncy was putting work in at first base and Kike at third in the event of that Freddie can't go in game 1. But all signs seem to, at least as of right now, seem to be pointing towards Freddie playing on Saturday. If he's not ready, then it might be better to not have him out there, have someone that is. But he seems to be saying that he's ready. I think the teams just want assurances. And we're going to need that guy out there, man. We need our Hall of Fame first baseman. We need our top of the lineup intact and ready to go. And this is where Teoscar Hernandez is going to earn his money. This is where he's going to earn his money. He's had a great season. Great season. Career high home runs, RBIs, monster year. But they got him for this. They got him for the postseason. They really got him to crush left-handed pitching, but they got him for the postseason. And it's time for him to show the world, again, like he did at the All-Star break, the home run derby, to show the world what we got in him and what he can do. And my God, we get, for the first time in his career, Shohei Ohtani playing in the postseason. If this guy can take it another level, even further, which I don't understand how he even could, but if he does, if he manages to take this further, then I don't see how anybody can beat us. Because you can't just walk him every time, because he can steal second and third on you. Now, I mean, the problem is when he's up and there's runners on, especially in scoring position, he's been just an assassin. He's been killing teams. I remember when I was the Bonds treatment, where they were walking Bonds with the bases loaded. Like, will we see that with Shohei this offseason? He absolutely destroyed San Diego last time we saw them. Do they have some PTSD as a result of that? They know in their heart that if not for that triple play, then the Dodgers pretty much sweep that series. They know that to be true. They do. Because everything the Dodgers did in game 2 and game 3 of that series, they were doing in game 1 before an act of God triple play just stopped that run. But my God, this is going to be such a good series. Such a good series. I didn't see, maybe you guys can help me out in the chat here. I haven't gotten an update on Musgrove. I know he went out last night. ESPN reported maybe something with his elbow. I did see video and pictures of him celebrating in the locker room. We also saw pictures of Freddie celebrating when he hurt his ankle, right? He celebrated, but he was still out a week. Well, we don't know if when he could have played, but we knew he was going to be out a minute. So does anyone know if what Musgrove's status is? Because I hadn't seen anything yet. And that's a guy who, who's pitched well against us. If they didn't leave him in too long in that game against us in game 3 of that last series, they may have won that series. They may have won that game and that series, but they kept him in. So then he got tagged by Will Smith. So I saw him went out. I heard they say elbow. That's typically the worst news you can hear. And I hope he's not hurt to a point where he's out now and for the rest of the next season. Like, I hope he's not out at all, right? I don't root for that. I don't want guys to be hurt, even though we're hurt and this would kind of level the playing field. I'm not rooting for that. Because I never root for injury, even against a team that we need to beat. Like, I'm not rooting for that. So hopefully it's not something severe, but I didn't see anything on him today. And we pretty much know what we have now. We know who our first 2 guys are. They flipped them on us. Waiting to see who 3 and 4 is. We know pretty much it's going to be 4 guys in a bullpen game. We just don't know when. We thought we knew 1 and 2. They flipped that. We don't know game 3, game 4, potentially a game 5. We don't have no idea yet. So they're going to keep us guessing. They're going to keep us waiting. And we'll wait to see who the Dodgers decide to go with in a game 3 scenario. But they are more than likely just waiting to see what the series looks like when game 3 is upon us. So probably at the close of game 2, we will have a better idea of knowing who is going to be pitching game 3, game 4, and a potential game 5. But how do you guys feel the series is going to go? Do you guys think it goes 5? Do you think this ends early? Do you think the Dodgers get both at home and 1 to San Diego? Do you think it goes to San Diego 1-1? Do you think the Padres go to San Diego 2-0? Like, what do you guys think happen? I know there's a majority of Dodger fans in here, but what does your heart tell you? What did your heart tell you about this series? How do you see this series going? Does it go to 5? Is it a short series? Is it like 1-1 and another team just wins 2 in a row? Like, how do you see it playing out? Because this series has all the makings of a 5-game series. But if we see anything closer to Shohei Ohtani we saw to end the season, I think the Dodgers do this in 4. I think they do. I think the Padres can get 1 in LA. I think the Dodgers can get 1 in San Diego. Do the Dodgers have to win 2 in San Diego? Like, that's when I want to see what happens. That's going to be the storyline of this series. How is it won? Does it go to a game 5 and the Dodgers play on their own field? Do the Dodgers head to San Diego tied and got to battle and win multiple games in Petco? Like, that's what I want to see in this series. So I'm curious to hear what you guys think of how this series is going to go. And, that all we've heard nonstop is how just elite their bullpen is. And they've been going through it. And all we've heard is how bad our bullpen is. And they've been solid. Same for our starting pitching. And they have been solid. That could all fall apart in one game, though. If Yamamoto goes out there and gets rocked in game one, if Flaherty gets rocked in one of those games, we got Knack and Buehler in a bullpen game. Can these guys keep up what they've been doing as the talent goes up, facing better hitters? They just did it. They didn't face Yamamoto, but they faced Flaherty. They faced Buehler, and they faced Knack. This is what we got Yamamoto for. This is why we made him the highest paid pitcher in baseball. This is why I was excited when we signed him. This is why so many teams were after him, were for games like this. I know he missed 3 months this year, and I know that he's not who he's going to be in a couple of seasons. But this is his chance to announce his presence with authority on the national stage in the NLDS against the San Diego Padres as they hand him the ball to open a series. This is all you can ask for as a pitcher. To get handed the ball in game one, that's all you can ask for. And he's got it. And he might not have got it if Glasnow's healthy. If Glasnow's healthy, who knows? Maybe if Yamamoto doesn't get hurt, he's played himself into the number one spot by this time. We just don't know. So he's not who he's going to be in a couple years now. He's not that right now. But he has a chance to be something right now that we absolutely need. And that's a shutdown game one starter. And I don't know. I feel he's got big game potential. I feel he's got what it takes to get it done. And if he gets the Dodgers off to a great start here, get ahead, smell blood, rack up those runs, put more doubt. If you get game one, that means you've just beaten them 3 in a row and 4 out of 5. So you gotta do everything within your power to get this win. Keep them guessing, knock that confidence back some. You got Tatis who hit that monster shot, in game one. You got those guys getting busy at Petco Park yesterday. They almost blew it, though. They almost blew it yesterday. But they did it. Man, I'm watching this Mets comeback right now. This is these Mets, man. I've been trying to tell you about these Mets for like 2 months. When Milwaukee got those back-to-back home runs, I was like, Mets are coming back. They've done it all. They've done it. Remember, I told you guys last night, there's that team that kind of starts riding the lightning, getting hot, and you get up on them and they just keep coming back. They just keep coming back. They don't go away. They don't go away. You can't pin them down. They don't quit. Eventually, they're probably going to lose, but they don't quit. And they just keep coming and coming and coming. You had Alonso get that 3-run home run. Marte got that hit to increase it to 4-2. And they got the win. And the New York Mets, man, and Detroit Tigers, both are riding that lightning in their leagues, man. Kind of the Royals too, but these Mets have been doing this. I've been telling y'all about them for 2 months. You know this. But I just knew when Milwaukee I just kept thinking, man, these poor fans, like they're going to have their hearts broken. They're going to get their hearts broken. And they did. But appreciate you guys tuning in, man, here on a Thursday night, man. Daniel Barry, what's going on with you, man? Hope you're doing well. Eric Kwan, what's up, man? Dodgers fans travel well, but they're going to put restrictions on road games. Yeah. I mean, that, they didn't do that to Atlanta, right? They don't do that to other teams. You got Padre fans that don't live in San Diego, right? They can't even go see them too. I get it that they wanted their fans to be there to see their team, but at the end of the day, it's first come, first serve. Buy your tickets. Why can't a fan who's not from there go see their team too, right? There's a flip side to that coin, as I always say. I understand you want your fans there, but tell them to buy them early. Don't wait around. Dodger fans will still get there. I don't think you can stop the sale of them like on secondary apps. So Dodger fans will be there. I think they're just stopping at like MLB or Padres.com or something like that, or from their own box office or whatever. I don't think you're going to be able to stop it from the secondary sites. There will be Dodger fans in attendance. But I think, like, I understand where they're coming from. Like, I get their intention, but that's just not in the game. The game is, man, you play in front of the fans and show up. Whoever buys that ticket has a right to see the game. Now you're picking and choosing who's allowed at your games. And just because someone isn't a fan of your team, they're a fan of another team, they can't enter your stadium. That makes no sense. I don't know. I don't understand how baseball allows that to happen. I don't understand how they allow that to happen. But they do, and they've got to stop that. This isn't the first time they've done this. So it definitely will not be the last either. Daniel Barry says Dodgers in 3. Yo, Daniel Barry, as long as you don't go to the to any of the games, maybe that'll happen though. Maybe. Roy, what's going on, man? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for tuning in. Brewers, man. Yeah, they absolutely blew that, man. Yamamoto game 1. Yep. Phoenix Layer 1. What's going on, my guy? Appreciate you. Dan Inspiration says, I think Friedman changing one starter to Yamamoto's mistake. Yamamoto gets light up by the Padres every time. He gets nervous. Should have had Jack Flaherty. I just think that they're doing it for a reason. I don't know if the reason that he gave us is the real one, but they're going with Yamamoto. You spent $325 million on him. He's your guy. He's your guy for the foreseeable future. Why not see what he's made of, right? Flaherty's no guarantee to go out there and kill it either. You know what I mean? He did not have a great playoff last year. Didn't have a good second half of the season after get traded to Baltimore for the stretch run there. So we've seen him fall apart in these circumstances too. He's been solid since he got here, and he just did pitch against them too. You got to remember that. He just pitched against them last week. So there's that. They've already seen him in a week. They haven't seen Yamamoto for a while. So there's that as well. Greg, what's going on, man? Thank you for tuning in. One Peruvian guy. How you doing, man? Appreciate you as well, man. Let's see. Sweep the Padres. Yep, that's what we're hoping for. Ciao, Lee. How you doing? Hello to you. Hope you are doing well. Appreciate you for tuning in as always. BC, what's going on, my guy? Hope you're doing well. Game 1 is 9 days after Freddie's last. That's more than enough time to play. It should be. I think he's going to. But like I said, I saw the clips of Max working out at first. Maybe it's a precaution. Maybe they're just messing with the Padres. But he was over there working today. I saw. Brewers are so bad every year. Man, they were a good team. The Brewers are a good team, and they're a young team. They're going to be a problem for a bit. They're probably going to lose Adames. But, this Mets team is just like whoever we're facing, we're coming for you. And they're good right now. They're playing very well right now. They made some nice moves at the deadline. They've overcome an atrocious start to their season, and they've just been playing lights out baseball since the All-Star break. And I've been telling you guys, like they were coming for it, and they were going to be a problem once they got in. And here they are. They're a problem in Atlanta. They're a problem in Milwaukee. And now they're going to be a problem in Philly. I think they can win that series. Philly is the better team. But I don't know, man. This is they've played against each other a lot. They've seen all their pitching. In the 4-game series they just recently played, New York took them 3-1. New York basically helped knock them out of the best record in the MLB. They pretty much just took them out, them and the Nationals. So they know everything about them, and they're ready to face them. He said Muskrat is likely done. I haven't heard anything on him. That's why I was trying to see if anyone has an update on him, because I didn't see if he was coming back or not. I didn't see that at all. Basketball players miss max 1 week with a sprained ankle. Depends on the grade of the ankle, but yeah. Let's see. I predict a 3-0 sweep. Wow, man. Yo, if they sweep the Padres, I'm going on like a world tour of all the Padre channels. Like I'm pulling up to all of them. All of them. I expect them to pull up to mine if they even know who I am, right? If we get swept, but I don't think that's going to happen. But if we sweep the Padres, oh man, I know we still have work to do after that, but just after all the trash talk, they should sweep to set up their pitching for a probable 7-game NLCS. I mean, that they would love to sweep, absolutely love to, but easier said than done. Hopefully the Mets do LA a favor and upset Philly. BC, I think I know they can beat them because just they've got that light about them right now. And the way they're playing. Will they beat them? That I don't know. But Philly's been getting closer and closer every year. Maybe this is the year they take a step back. Right? It doesn't feel like Bryce Harper's been right most of the season. Carl Schwarber has a chance to have a monster series. That guy is crazy. He's had multiple 3 home run games this season. Like he's a beast. Him in the postseason has always been fun. He's lights out, man. Yamamoto was going to show up big like he did against the Yankees. That's what I'm saying. Like when he's had to get out there and like, okay, here's the ball, go. Like you gotta understand, he's still kind of coming into his own in this league. A lot of adjustments, but I think this is what we got him for. Ohtani wanted Yamamoto. Ohtani recruited him. Yes, sir. Absolutely. And a lot of teams wanted him. The Dodgers got him. They got him. Ohtani is taking Dodgers to the World Series win. Ohtani is locked in. He is absolutely locked in. Absolutely. But he's going to need help. Mookie's going to have an incredible series. I think he will. Freddie's going to have to be Freddie. Taylor's going to have to come on the scene strong. Will Smith has to continue his trend. Max Muncy's got to get it going. These guys can't, you're going to have guys that are hot and guys that are cold, and you're going to have to face their pitching. But, at the end of the day, we need this lineup to make us forget about those other years where the lineup was just a ghost out there. They can't do that again this season. We just can't do it. We no more first-round exits to a division foe. That ends this year. And this might be one of the best Padre teams we've ever seen. And if we knock them out, when we knock them out, that's going to be a pretty good accomplishment because this team is very good. Very good. All trash talking and joking aside, this is a very, very good baseball team. Very put together, very balanced. They have all the makings of a team that can absolutely win a World Series this year. They have it. That's what's in front of the Dodgers in the NLDS. This team. Then if they win this series, they go to the NLCS and have to face either Philly or the white-hot New York Mets. Then getting through one of those teams, they've got to go and potentially face the New York Yankees. So, can you imagine if Detroit rides it all the way to the World Series? What I'm saying, though, is this year is so wide open. There's so many potential World Series candidates. I believe the Dodgers will win it, but there are so many worthy foes this year. So many. Joe says, what if you got me boxed in and I got to take you out? Because I will not hesitate. Not for a second. Nor will I. Either that or we go do something else. I don't know how to do anything else. Neither do I. I know heat, Joe. I know heat. I want to see WBC Ohtani. Yeah, man. What's going on, SG? What's going on? AOG 34. What's going on, man? Jeff, what's good? Y'all better handle business. We'll be waiting in the BX to settle who is the king of this ish. Man, let's do it. Let's do it, man. I want Dodgers Yankees. And look, if it's not the Dodgers in the World Series, I'm rooting for the Yankees. So it's but that would be incredible, man. If it's New York versus LA and we get Ohtani in the Bronx for a few games in the World Series, man, whoo, let's get it, man. I'm going to say this. The Padres are low-key nice. No, they high-key nice. They're very nice. I'm giving them all the credit in the world. There's no shade. There's no, they're bums. They suck. No, they are good. They are good. They are capable of beating us. Will they? I don't think so. But they are definitely a worthy opponent. They are very good. I feel like these are the two best teams in the National League right now. And I feel whoever comes out of this series is is going to the World Series and has a very good chance to win it. I do believe that this is the series of the NL right here. I do believe this. I'm going to be honest. I'm a Padres fan, but I'm really just happy that the series gets to play out. no matter how it goes, it's going to be one awesome back and forth battle. Going to be cinema with Ohtani in it too. Yeah, SG. And that's what it's all about. See, I love having like different fan bases involved respectfully. You know what I mean? Dudes who can just talk the sport and flat out be honest with each other. That's why I'm giving y'all credit. Like, you guys have a good team. I talk my trash, but it's usually just to like, it's all in good fun, or talking trash to those who talk trash to me. I just give it back, right? But at the end of the day, anyone who looks at you with a straight face and tells you this Padre team isn't good is just not being honest with themselves. They're very good. Anyone who looks at this Dodger team and thinks that they can't win a World Series is lying to themselves too. That's how I see it. Both these teams have a shot for sure. SG says, also, I know Yamamoto was moved just because of the rest related stuff, but Yamamoto versus Darvish would have been super cool. That would have been cool. Yeah, that would have been cool. But I'm telling you, though, I think they've been playing games with Yamamoto and the Padres for a minute here. They didn't want to pitch him in that last series. They're keeping him away. Now they're throwing him out there out the gate right now. So they've been kind of doing that. Katie, what's going on, man? He said, what up? Is this baseball talk tonight? Yep, right now it's baseball talk for sure. Baseball talk right now. I think Dodgers in 5 because the top of your lineup is just too stressful to consistently pitch through before they cook. Yeah, I mean, I think the Padres top 3 are very good too. You know what I mean? When you got a Rise, you've got Tatis Jr., you got Profar, you got Manny, you got Bogarts back there. Like, it's a straight up. I mean, Jackson Merrill's having an excellent rookie season. He's been a beast. So it's like, it's just guy after guy after guy in the Padre lineup, 2 guys who just get contact. They might be the best team in the playoffs of putting the bat on the baseball. It's really hard to strike them out. And the Dodgers pitching is going to have their hands full, literally. They definitely will. Joe says, I hate all other fan bases. I don't. You know what? I dislike certain sections of some fan bases. I dislike some sections of my own fan base, right? You guys have heard about me talk about this with some Laker fans. But there are some, portions of our own fan base that I don't really like, right? But I can respect any fan base that knows the game, that is respectful. If you're a fan and you just like are loyal and you're just like delusional, that's fine as long as you're not disrespectful. But I respect other fan bases. I love talking with other fan bases. But at the end of the day, it's the Dodgers around here, though. You know what I mean? We coming for it. Y'all staff is a little depleted, but Moto and Jack just need 2 solid starts with a good 6 innings, keeping the game close. That's it right there. 6 innings, the bat's got to be alive, and our pen's got to be steady. It's what it is, man. It's what it is. And even though our staff was a little depleted, I would say like the last 2 weeks, they've been pretty solid, especially that last series against the Padres. I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about that enough. I feel like the job that they did against the Padres while touching up the Padres' best 3, I don't think that's being talked enough. They roughed up their starters and their bullpen. And that's important. That's important. Katie says, bro, I was going crazy when Detroit beat Houston. Oh, man, I was loving it. They did the Lord's work, man. They were doing the Lord's work beating Houston, man. Get them out of there. Get them all the way out of there. Bye-bye. Man, I'm telling you, I got into like a full-fledged Twitter war with Astro fans. Even an Astro account yesterday, man. So I typically don't do that. I don't do back and forth online, but I had time yesterday, and it was the Astro fans. Them, I could say I dislike their fan base. You know you cheated. You know you cheated. You got no leg to stand on. Go sit over there. Put yourself in the corner. Go play somewhere. We're busy. Get out of here. So, yeah, I had some fun with them yesterday. So, God bless the Detroit Tigers for knocking out the Houston Trash Trolls, man. Lakers, Dodgers for life. What's going on, my guy? He said, what's up, Jeff? We cannot lose at home. We need to win both home games and let the Padres know we ain't playing Dodgers in 4. Talk to him, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what we need to do. I would love to sweep them. I just don't. I think they're too good to be swept. I think we're too good to be swept. I've been saying I think the Dodgers could get it in 4. This has all the makings of a 5-game series, man. But I just feel like Ohtani's going to hit different, literally. I think this is going to be the welcoming party to the postseason like we've never seen before. A postseason debut that's going to be monstrous. Bro, as a Yankee fan, our fan base is so stressful and delusional, bro. No, I know. And I know a lot of Yankee fans too. Yeah, it's the Yankees got a really good opportunity here, man. And it's stressful too, because what does Soto do, right? This technically can be your only year with him. I don't think it will be, but it could be. And there's going to be a very stressful series if he struggles or the team struggles. And, they go out in the first round like they did last year, or if they don't make it to the World Series. And, you got Boone and everything going on over there. The Yankee team I don't love, like as far as the roster top to bottom. Like, I don't like Boone as a manager. I don't like Cashman at this point as a president or GM. I think they've got to switch a lot of things over there, and they just haven't done it. But I think if they get bounced early this year, they're going to have to really, really strongly consider it, man. Man, over here, the Mets fans are going ballistic. What a week. Yeah, I've been low-key rooting for the Mets for the better part of 2 months, just because of the start of the season that they had and how terrible they were. And you could see it. Like, you could see when a team wakes up. Like, you can see, like, oh, okay, they just had a pretty good series. Let's see how the second series goes. Oh, that's back-to-back good series. Oh, man, they're getting timely hits, running the base pads, home runs left and right. The excitement is there. Then the third series. And then even when they lose a series, they're competitive in them. And they bounce back and win the next series. And if they lost to a team in a series, next time they faced them in a couple of weeks, they torched them. So if you watch the Mets over the handful of the last few months, you've seen this coming. And I've watched them a lot. You guys know that. I've been telling you guys this. And I'm not saying they're going to win a World Series, because I don't think they will. But they're going to give people hell all the way up into it. Listen, players like Judge and Ohtani are like Steph and LeBron. Ohtani will make a difference. Don't worry, LA. Yeah, man. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait for Saturday. I cannot wait. Kane Carter, what's good, my guy? Ohtani or Darvish? Ohtani, hands down. Then there's Rui. LA got mad Japanese representation. Yep. And Yamamoto, and maybe Roki next year, man. So I just know, I don't know, I feel it, and I can't predict the future. Maybe I'm dead ass wrong here, but I feel like the Dodgers are all business right now. I feel that they have not forgotten about 2022. I really feel that way. I really feel like that they are determined to get revenge on what happened in 2022 and to send them home in what was probably their best year, after they took us out after a 111 win season, even with our arms being depleted, even with injuries, even with all we went through. I think the Dodgers realized we've made it through everything. We've struggled and made it through everything. We rose above everything, and we're still here. And I think that what the Dodgers are doing and what they've been doing and what they will continue to do, they've been resilient. And yes, Dave Roberts has had a solid year. Remains to see how his playoffs will go, but he's had a solid regular season. He has. Was he perfect? No. And he's got to do it in these playoffs. He has to. He has to. Ohtani finna go crazy for sure. Konnichiwa. He said, KD. Kane says, you hear Shady at granddad now? Yeah, I saw it with the jersey with the number 1 grandpa on it. Yeah, man. Yeah, saw that. Shout out to Shady, man. And Haley. AOG 34 says, I'm with you, Jeff. My sports sixth sense tells me the World Series is going to be one of those 7-game classics. This playoff's got a different feel of desperation. Yeah, and I've been saying that since like March, bro. I've been like, yo, this is about to be one of the greatest MLB seasons we've ever had. So many teams competing for a wild card in a playoff spot. That happened. It's going to be one of the greatest wild card rounds we've ever seen. That happened. And it's going to be one of the greatest NLDSs, NLCSs, ALCSs, ALDSs, and World Series we've ever seen. I still believe that to be true. This season we knew was going to be different. We knew it, just felt it, and it was going to be different, and it is. And we're now into the point that we've all been waiting for literally since last season ended. I was dead convinced we were getting Ohtani 2 years ago. So the second they got him, it was like, okay, that's checked. That we knew that. I felt that was happening. But now It's all been about October baseball. And we're here now. We are here now, and I can't wait to see this. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. I can't wait to see what Shohei Ohtani does. I can't wait to see how Mookie does, Freddie does, Teo does. I can't wait to see how Yamamoto does against their lineup. I can't wait to see how our bullpen does against their lineup. I can't wait to see how Walker Buehler does against their lineup. I want to see what Walker has in the playoffs. If he comes in and gives us 3 or less and has a strong outing, that's an extra bullet in the chamber, man, that we are going to need. And if he brings it and he delivers that, then we're in a whole different world, man. He always has a solid regular season. Playoffs is when he turns into sour milk. Well, that's what I'm hoping for, Joe. That's what I'm hoping. Let's I don't want to say that Dave Roberts has learned anything. I just feel like, and if you heard Freeman's comments today about Roberts, he's not going anywhere, regardless of what happens. So they basically said their evaluation process is different when you break all these things down. It's not a finger pointing situation. If we fail, we fail as an organization. So they seem to be fairly committed to him and vice versa. Having said that, that doesn't mean that if this team goes out in the first round ugly, that those statements can't change, because I don't think the Dodgers feel that's going to happen. But again, I don't expect him to say anything else heading into the playoffs, right? So I'm rooting for Dave to have his best playoffs ever, because that means the Dodgers probably have a chance to win a World Series, and this is exactly what I'm hoping for here. Kane says, feels old listening to Drug Ballad now, man. Before you know it, I'll be 40 with the 40 on the porch, telling stories to grandkids in my lap, babysitting for Haley when Haley's out getting smashed. Yeah, man, Drug Ballad. Wow, there's all those old ballads, man, that he did on his early joints, for sure, man. Most of the baseball fans are gonna complain, but business is business. The sports needs Judge versus Ohtani on the biggest stage. Record ratings. Yeah, I agree. Buehler going 7 scoreless. Oh man, BC police 7 scoreless. Yo, if he gives us 7 scoreless, man, that is, no one would see that coming. No one would see that coming. That would be incredible. I wish. Boone and Roberts are in the same boat. Really, they are. Like, they really are. But I do feel that, it's funny, because I feel like the Yankees have been committed to him and held on to him longer than they should have. I think Roberts is a better manager than Boone. But I feel that Boone may not be secure as Roberts. That's just my opinion. Friedman 100% blames the players, it seems like. Yeah, and I mean, like he said, they're the ones on the field. Like, I mean, when the bats go silent and the arms can't pitch, the arms can't throw strikes, and the bats can't hit balls, I don't know how you blame the manager totally. Like it's all his fault. Did he do some things? Yeah, of course. But that's what he said. It's like, our evaluation of it breaks down everything. And the players got to play. The players got to hit. The players got to pitch. And he touched on that, and he's right. He's absolutely right. What do you think about Prince Fielder, and does weight ever affect you playing baseball? Notice there are a lot of thicker hitters. Prince Fielder, like his dad, I mean, power guy. He was faster than his dad for a big guy. Just strong dude. But I mean, I just think that, you're limited in what you can do. I mean, big guys can be somewhat athletic, but not as much as a fit guy, right? So there's a lot of risk of injury there, putting a lot of weight on your knees and joints. It's not ideal in any facet of life, let alone athletics, right? But he was a solid player for a while. What a jerk. Why have a manager then? Just have prior change pitchers. Kind of does, though. All Roberts ever does in the locker room is out rehashed cliche BS. We keep fighting. We never give up. Blah, blah, blah. Useless talk. Sounds a lot like a lot of coaches who've won championships. What happened to Andrew Bynum? Knees happened to Andrew Bynum. He put together those players. Yeah, I agree. Roberts has a longer leash because he did get y'all to a couple of World Series appearances, but Boone wasted 7 years. I've never liked Boone as a manager. I never really have. I never really have. But like I'll tell you this: if Boone got fired today and Roberts got fired today, the teams would all interview Roberts first and reach out to Roberts first. I guarantee you that, and they'd be right to. What do you think about Tim Tebow baseball career? Nothing really. I mean, I just Tebow outside of college football was always just going to go backwards. Most people knew that, but he didn't. You know, I mean, he was a hell of a college football player, man. One hell of a player, but he was just never going to make it really in the NFL. Just wasn't in the cards for him. Yeah, he won a playoff game. He won a walk-off playoff game, right? He won he threw a game-winning touchdown in a playoff game. That's crazy. Couldn't even complete half his passes. Yeah, and like I said, Eddie, he won a playoff game. That's wild. Anything's possible. like man, won a playoff game. That's crazy. You embarrassed Pittsburgh. I remember watching that, like, what the hell? Like, are you serious? Are you? My God. Like, this isn't happening. This is not happening. I was like, what in the all the way hell is going on here? Was Ken Griffey Jr. super injury prone? He was once he got to Cincinnati and got on that turf and tore up his hamstring. He was never the same. One of the greatest two-way players I ever saw. Sorry, I was trying to get this water. I took Lucky on like a 3-mile walk before this show. Barely drinking water now. Coming in here talking with y'all for 45 minutes. Need to drink something. Need to drink something. The Griffey showing up to crypto opening night. What do you mean? Let's see. I'm still in baseball mode, but about our Lakers, we need a midseason move for a big. No, I hear you. I've been doing. I took 2 months off of basketball. I've done 2 videos 2 nights ago and last night. I may still do a Laker video tonight. I've got it ready to go. It's either going to be tonight or tomorrow. I may do another one tonight, depending. But tonight is the finale of Ghost, and I don't want to. I need to wait, and it's on the app at 9 p.m. West Coast time, and I don't want to see it all over the internet or hear about it at work because it's the finale of the whole show. So I need to watch that in about 30 minutes. So I don't necessarily know if I'm gonna do a show after that. Typically, I'd wait to watch it over the weekend, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to avoid what happens. Like, I'm gonna hear about it, so I got to actually watch it right when it comes out tonight. Father and son watching a father and son. Oh, got you. Okay, I get what you mean. I want to see Bronny to Braun lob so bad in transition. That's gonna happen. That's why they're gonna play him in game 1, just to get that out of the way and then get him to the G League. Braun gonna contribute to athlete team pregnancy. Wow. Oh, y'all crazy, man. Y'all crazy. Oh, man. Also, Cat in the Garden got my eyebrows raised. Finals appearance, man. We gonna touch on that. I got basketball talk coming, and the channel does more than just basketball. Just the Lakers. It's gonna have NBA. I'm gonna have a panel show once or twice a week coming to you guys soon. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy that. As you know, as soon as I finally get EPJ Sports Night off the ground, that show is gonna be something different. Like that is gonna be really, really fun. I can't wait to do that, because when you got basketball, baseball, football going, just doing shows to cover one sport, I'm gonna have it all over the place. There's guys who do basketball, there's guys that do baseball, there's guys that does football. There's not too many guys that you find that can come up here and keep your attention in basketball and baseball, know the business of both sides, break down everything, break down the trades, break down the pre-trades, break down the CBAs, break down the money, do all this from multiple sports, man. So I don't toot my own horn, but that's one of the things I bring to the table, and I can't wait to kind of put them all on one show, right? So that's that's what I can't wait. There's guys who do basketball and try to do baseball, and it kind of falls apart, and vice versa, right? And I'm not the best in the world at either, but the combination of the two, man, there's not too many people doing that. So stick to the channel, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, because I'm going to be bringing some stuff to this channel this year that I'm really, really excited about, man. Really, really excited about. My second year doing this. Took last year to learn it. Took some time off from basketball to focus really on baseball. Now we back with basketball, still in the middle of baseball. It's going to be real fun, man. It's going to be real, real fun. Let's see. Did you say Bronny for Rookie of the Year? Nah, maybe in the G League. What should Bronny do to really make an impact? What mindset should he have to be successful? In your opinion, go to the G League and put in a lot of work, a whole lot of work. Yeah, let's see. Let's save the ball talk for November. I'm in baseball mode. No, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna answer the question. You know, you here. I respect your time, right? So at the end of the day, but when I first started doing baseball shows, it was so hard because everyone was coming up asking basketball questions. So I had to like really, really, really keep pushing through on baseball because I wanted to prove my worth covering baseball. And but now I still get basketball questions and I'll answer them. But I don't want to turn away the baseball people who come here just for the baseball, but not for the basketball, right? That's why I did 2 shows yesterday. I did a baseball one and a basketball one. Same for the day before. And I might still do a Laker one tonight. I don't know. I don't know if I'll be have enough time after I watch the show. But definitely want to see that show before it hits the whole internet, man. Part of me wonders if working on your jump shot in the offseason matters. You see Russ, Ben, Dwight, Drummond switching threes in open gyms. Okay, one thing let me tell you about that. This is why I never had my players. When I coached, I never have them practice anything they wouldn't do in a game. It's pointless. Those guys aren't going to get opportunities in volume to do that in those games. So it's useless. They just do it to build hype for their coming season. I get why they do it, but their coaches hate it. It's pointless. What are you doing? You're wasting time on that, right? Focus on what you're going to actually do in the game. As far as Bronny just needs to not try to be a superstar, just aim to be a Drew Holiday type of, and he'd be productive. Yeah. I mean, I think, if he could focus on a 3-and-D, I think he could have potentially, a role somewhere. Solid backup, if you ask me. Mr. Laidback says, hopefully the Dodgers pitching can hold up and the bats go crazy in this series and beyond. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for, man. We need to win this series, man. We need to avenge 2022. Avenge 2022. Where Chris at? We need an avenge 2022 theme, man. Avenge 2022. That still drives me nuts. 111 win season. The 2 seasons that I understood we got cheated in 2017, but 2019 and 2022 just grind my gears, man. Like those 2. Oh man, I was at every game in 22 because there was only 2, right? I was at every game in 2019 and we lost in game 5. And I was just like, I remember just sitting there in my seat, man. I had great seats too. I just remember sitting there and I was just like, I ended up in that video where the dude walks up and throws his jersey on the field. 2019 and 2022. My God, man. Those still hurt. Those still hurt. Absolutely still hurt. Brown needs to get a Caruso on the phone. Every G League player should read the Caruso playbook. Yeah, but it's hard. I mean, don't get a guy that's strong like that, athletic, like a guy like that. Those guys aren't in the league as much right now. Could have fired him for 2019. Yeah, 2000. Yeah, BC. That's it. 2019 and 2022 were the years I was like, bro, like I was with it. Like especially 2022, I was lit. Like that was the most angry I was, and I was like, you can't bring him back. And like I said, that's why I said that I'm not a guy that's always positive when it comes to Roberts. I've gone after him too. But since then, like I said, this is just me, BC. I really feel that it's 2023 and it's 2024 year. I feel like as a manager, he's done everything he could to redeem 2022. I think he's done a great job last year and this year. Last year was kind of the punt year waiting for Ohtani. And this year with all the injuries, they've had 40 different pitchers he's had to navigate this year with all these injuries. And, we had lineups of, we had Biggio and Ahmed in there, like and Outman. We were winning baseball games with this. So at the end of the day, 2022, I was extremely lit with him. But I feel that 2023 and this season, I feel like he's earned a little bit of my respect back because I really felt he put in the work the last 2 seasons. That's just my opinion. Craig says Dodgers have home field edge and last at bats a big advantage. Yep. Man, nobody gonna have more pressure than the Dodgers and Yankees. Equally, Philly gonna catch a little heat too. Facts, especially the way the Mets are coming in. But Dodgers win a Sweatfest against SD in 5. I hope so, man. 2019 and 2022 were very fireable. Yep, 100% agree. Do you watch John Boy, Jeff? I do not. How was Blake able to become a shooter then, unlike those other guys? Who you talking about? You talking about Blake Griffin? Is that who you talking about? Tyler Anderson, game 4. Oh, God, my God. And it's because it's a guy they paid, right? And it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they paid Tyler Anderson. Wait, no. Not Anderson. Who was the other guy? Was it Tyler Anderson? No, who's that other guy that I'm thinking of? They gave kind of gave the bag to, and the guy was, damn it, what's his name? Could have tied that series. Yep. Would have won it. As a coach, how would you get non-shooters to get better, at least get the defense to respect them? Well, I mean, just working on your shot and working on shots when people are closing in on you, working on shots when you're wide open, getting in your spot and making sure that guys find you in your spot. With shooters like that, they got to get confidence. I've seen terrible guys who could not shoot to save their lives turn into steady shooters. It just takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen within a season. It's going to take time, and it's got to have a spot long enough on a team and confidence enough to put in the work and the time. Yeah, Blake. So Blake is a little different though. So like Blake has Blake had strong legs. He had good leaping ability. He had good touch. He was known as a dunker, but Blake had the talent to be a guy who can put in that work and get that done because he had a soft touch. He just put the work in. You got to give guys like that credit. So catch me up on Walker Buehler. Down year, I think he's still his dog. Honestly, don't sleep. I mean, back-to-back injuries. He came back and it was rough, and then they shut him down again. And they sent him down to the minors. He worked on it, had several rehab starts, came back up, was really rough, struggled with his control, struggled with pitches to get guys out, wasn't using all of his stuff, wasn't really going after guys, was trying to get more swing and miss and get guys to chase out of the zone rather than going after hitters. And when he did go after hitters, they were murdering him because, again, he wasn't getting things over for strikes and didn't have his stuff right to get guys out with his pitches. The last handful of games, and I want to say the game prior to the Atlanta game, and then the Atlanta game, and then we had the Padre game, and I think he's on a pretty solid run he had decent to very good performances. And his last one was a big one because we needed that win, and he did enough to help us get it. And if we can get any version of that, close to that, then I like our chances, and I think that we are in very good shape. But we definitely we're going to need him. It can't be Flaherty and Yamamoto by themselves. They're going to need a third guy. We can get by with 3. If 4 and 5 have a rough one, or we got to score more runs in those games, but we need 2.5 good starts. You know what I mean? We have to. Without that, we are cooked. Definitely cooked. Do you think Dodgers will use Ohtani to pitch? I've been saying all year I believe they will if they advance. I don't know 100% if they will, but I've felt for a while that they will. I feel he's ready now and he's ramping up. He's just waiting for the green light from them. Honestly, I would say at least get the lower block jumper 20 to 30 feet together and make that consistent. Yeah. Or mid-range, be a mid-range killer. Prediction, he's going to win y'all a big game, man. We're going to need it, so I hope so. Forex, should a guy like Russ not work on that shot at all, just focus on other things when he gets on the court? Yeah, but I mean, but some guys work on long shots for conditioning, because also, like, when you're taking long shots, that's a lot of work on your legs. And so some guys do it, and it puts them in a rhythm sometimes. But at the same time, no one's going to give Russ 13 threes in a game, right? Or something like that, unless you're trying to lose. So working on those shots consistently. You want to be able to hit them if you're open, so I get that. But also there's a lot of other things. But a guy who's 35 years old, like, his game is what his game is already at this point. Ran Matendo, what's going on, man? Dodgers in the World Series, pitch Ohtani, and it guarantee a World Series win. But the trade-off is that he is injured for 2025, pitch or no pitch. Oh, man. If it's a World Series, pitch him. If we're guaranteed to win a World Series, pitch him. Pitch him. Like, I mean, we need a World Series. We need a trophy, and we need a parade. What's going on, Tamika? Appreciate you tuning in. I hope you are doing well. Hope everyone is doing well, man. Drop a like on the video if you have not done so already, and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already as well. We have playoff basketball coming up, baseball, damn it, playoff baseball coming up on Saturday in Los Angeles. Padres coming in to face the Dodgers. We have the Mets going into Philadelphia to face the Phillies. We have Kansas City going into the Bronx to face the Yankees, and we have the Detroit Tigers. Detroit, what? Who took out the Houston Trash Trolls, going into Cleveland to face the Guardians. Gonna be great baseball. I cannot wait to see this. Man, oh man. Dodgers, Yankees, World Series. We all want it. We all need it. Make it happen, guys. Make it happen. We need it. We absolutely need it. Make it happen. If y'all go and pitch Ohtani, I think it's smart for him out the pen in a crucial spot. Yeah, I mean, maybe his first appearance, bring him in when it's a blowout your way, right? Get him in there and put in the thought process of the other team. Okay, man, he may pitch again, and let put that battery in his team's back. Like, we got another arm here if we need it. He's ready to go. He's doing everything in his power to help us win this. That's inspirational, man. That's gonna push these guys to the next level, man. And I think if they go far enough, I think the chance is growing more and more that he will pitch. What's a random Laker role player you would love to have on this team now that no one would expect? Robert Horry. I don't want it. You don't want it? I want LA versus Detroit. Oh, man. Taking it back. LA, Detroit. I like what Detroit is doing. Wait, BC, you don't want it because you think the Yankees are a tougher opponent, or you just think that would be a better series? Like, what do you think? Ryan says, fairy tale ending will be Ohtani coming in the 9th inning of a World Series clinching game and strikes out Judge just to make the final out. Oh, my God. That would be when he struck out Trout to win the World Baseball Classic, man. Jay Kidd's another non-shooter who became a shooter late in his career. Yep. Revenge for 2004 finals. Yeah, man. But and tougher opponent. So you think Detroit's a tougher opponent than the Yankees would be? Do you really do think so? As far as Detroit, they can't survive with their pitching strategy. Nice story, though. I like Detroit. I don't think they're going to ride it all the way, though. I don't think so. And here's my thing. I can't root for AJ Hinch anymore, man. Detroit's only purpose was to knock out Houston. And they did the Lord's work. They've done their job. They're going to be sent off nicely whenever they go. Baseball community is going to have love for them, going to respect what they did for the game, for the cause. They did the Lord's work. They sent Houston home. They may have just booted Bregman out of Houston, and those guys are gone. Bye-bye. They're out of there. Trash team, trash organization with their trash-ass fans. Get them out of there. And now I'm not convinced that they have enough to keep it going as the competition rises. I feel like what the Mets have been doing it longer. Tigers don't have a real star on that team. They've got a killer. Schoolboy's a killer on the mound, but they don't got a Lindor. They don't got one of those guys. They don't got some of those guys that the Mets have, which is, enabled the Mets to do what they've done. But they, like I said, they did the Lord's work, man. They definitely did the Lord's work. Take care of SoCal, then we take care of New York, both of them. Yeah. Facts, Jeff. People forget Hinch built the cheating system. Yeah. And then he went back in there and killed them. It'll be Cleveland versus Yankees, and I think Cleveland might surprise and make the World Series. Cleveland's good, y'all. No one is talking about them at all. No one. I think a lot of people didn't even remember they were in the postseason. Like, they're dangerous. They're a dangerous team. They're very good. Detroit is going to have their hands full with them. And I think that Kansas City can be tough, man. They got some good players. They got some good pitching. They have a chance to scare the Yankees, but I still got the Yankees in that, though. The Baltimore Orioles are a bunch of frauds. Yeah, man. Swept back-to-back years, man. Spencer Torkelson. Star? I don't know. maybe future, but the Mets have a better chance of making an underdog run better roster. Yeah, I think so. We need to hear Jeff do a big pun impression, like the part of his so get your own, you heard? Loser. What does he say? Go that way. That pun, man. Man, rest in peace to pun, man. Trillable syllable king, dead in the middle of Little Italy. Man, that's man, oh man, pun. Wouldn't mind seeing LA beat both NY teams. I wouldn't mind it either. I'm scared of Cleveland. They're quiet and consistent. That's what I'm saying. No one's even talking about them at all. Man, if everyone is good, then what the hell are we talking about? It's the playoffs. Yeah, everyone is good. Everyone is good. That's what I'm saying. This is what I've been saying the whole show and for weeks and for months. Joseph Sorrow is that this is what these playoffs were going to be. Multiple contenders. A bunch of people are very good. Anyone could beat anyone in these playoffs, and it's happened already. It's been happening. I just lost 100 pounds. I'm trying to live. You heard? Pun, man. No. How you think Jake Kidd became a good shooter when he was 35 plus and Dallas? Ironically, that's Russ' age now. He put in the work, man. He put in the work, and he realized that was going to extend his career. He's like, look, I can pass. I can defend. If I can shoot, I'm going to add 3-4 more years to my career and add more money. I just gained 10 pounds this year, and I feel great. Yeah, man. The ego does weigh. They say you can weigh an ego. So this, I believe, as your ego grows, Joseph. Yes, I can see you gaining 10 pounds in ego. Yes. Padre fans are all scared of Ohtani. Bunch of their channels saying they would walk Ohtani every at bat and take their chances with Mookie. That would be a serious mistake. Walk Ohtani equals auto second base, maybe even auto third base. Yeah, go ahead, walk. Go ahead and mess with Mookie effing Betts. Go ahead. Keep talking about it like Mookie ain't a first ballot Hall of Famer. They talking so wild. Hogwatch was talking. I had to terrorize his chat for a minute. They fell back a little bit. Like that was crazy. You can't be talking spicy like that, man. You can't. Especially then Mookie went up and clapped y'all, man. What people don't understand about the baseball playoffs, rosters don't mean anything. It's all about fundamentals, execution, strategy, and the umpires, man. Like, how are they going to call these games? How are the strike and balls going to be called? What the zone is going to be like? Because sometimes those guys put a lot of tension and stress on these players and make things a lot more messy than they have to be, man. What's happening here? What? Hold on, guys. Sorry, hold on. Told you I had to I have to mute this thread, man. I'm getting endless heat from Trash Tro fans. I went in on them. I'm telling you, even the Astros main account had to chimed like that. It was fun. Good times. Good times, man. Good times. Paul George and Harden, in my opinion, waste their energy because they don't shoot off the catch enough and play off ball. PG doesn't, but he does stupid dribbles, and Harden is a zombie off the ball. Some guys just need the ball in their hands to be able to get in their groove and get in their rhythm. Some guys aren't, good on the catch and shoots, aren't great off coming off pin downs, aren't good enough coming off back screens, multiple sets. Some of those guys aren't with that. They rock with the ball in their hand, and that's how they've played their whole life. That's how they get the rhythm. That's what gets them into their shot. That's what frees them up. That's what gets them to break down the defense. That's what makes them better passers. There's a lot of things that guys do better with the ball in their hand than they can when they go off ball. And when you're coaching guys, you realize very quickly who's the catch and pull guy. And those guys struggle to catch and fake and put the ball on the floor sometimes. When they have to actually put the ball on the floor, they start to make mistakes. And then you take a guy who's used to having the ball in his hand and try to make him a catch and shoot guy, and then they travel because they try to push off or something right with their leg and they step out of bounds or something. So it's like there's a lot of things that guys just naturally feel to get to their spots and get in their rhythm. And some guys prefer to have the ball in their hands and do it off the dribble, and a lot of guys prefer to catch and shoot. That's the thing with the Dodgers. Y'all got 3 killers. We only got 2.5 on occasion. Yeah, that's true. Apparently, hella Clipper players did not get along or respected Paul George. Yeah, I mean, it's because there's a lot of reasons for that. And it's because they've kind of known for the last year that he was out of there. So they kind of had already moved on. So that thing ran its course probably about over a year ago. PG needs to be a Celtic. Ray Allen on the Sixers. He's not Ray. They're different styles. The Sixers are like the Clippers of the East, man. So he's in the perfect situation. He was already in it. How many more years does LeBron play? I don't know. I mean, we'll see how he looks this year. If he comes out and he averages 27, 7-7, 27, 6-6, 28, whatever, similar to last year, then probably another 1+1 deal after this. He probably opts out, does another 1+1. So as long as he continues to put up numbers like this, the Lakers continue to bring in the money off of him, this relationship will continue down that path. Off topic, how you feel about the Wolves, Jeff? I don't know. I think Ant needs to develop a facilitator game for that roster to work. He definitely needs to be a better playmaker for others, make other people better. I think that's one of the reasons they got DiVincenzo, because oh my God, I just went blank right now. What's Conley continues to get older and he's up there. You got to have a guy that does more than just set the table and run the show. Whereas DiVincenzo can do that. He can hit big shots. We saw what he did in the playoffs. He's a tough guy. So having someone like them out there and someone like Randall down there to bump guys in the lane and clear guys out of there, do the dirty work. I think these are better fits for Ant when you've got to read and you've got to go bare. So I think that this is a move that I really do like from Minnesota. But Ant just has to shut up and stop talking so much and just go out there and play. He gets on that court, he tires out, he burns out. Stop talking until you can make it through the whole game, Apparently, PG and Harden did not get along and often stepped on each other's toes. You saw how Harden kind of alluded to that on media day and having more rain to score. Yeah, well, I mean, it was just like they were in each other's way by design, right? And you could have it where they get along, but it just doesn't work or fit. And that just happens, right? That happens. And eventually, one of those guys got to go for that to happen. And the Clippers elected to pay Harden, not Paul George, the money he wanted. You think Ant should be at the point guard? No. Vegas Dev, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you, man. He said, my God, Jeff, salute. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being a member. As always, man, hope you're doing well. Just like Vegas Dev, you guys can become a member as well. For less than the cost of lunch, you could become a member for an entire month. Go and hit that join button, man. We got 3 different tiers. Member-only videos, member-only vlogs, some giveaways coming soon, man. Definitely appreciate those who have become members already. It's a great way to help support the channel. Just like dropping a like, just like subscribing to the channel. Great way to help us out. We appreciate you guys, man. Mike Connell. Yeah, it took me a few seconds, but it popped in my head. Like I told you, I took like 2 months off basketball. I was thinking of baseball players in my head, man. Maybe until he carries the Lakers to win a ring for him and his son together. Oh, man, that could be a while. DJ, what's going on, DJ? Salute to DJ from Lakers in 5. Go subscribe to Lakers in 5, man. Good dude, great content, solid dude. A lot of good stuff over there on that channel. Go subscribe. You'll like it over there. You'll enjoy it. Basketball season is right around the corner. DJ's up on there every night with it. DJ, if you're working tonight, drive safe, brother. And make sure to go subscribe to Lakers Fast Break, Kareem Report. All the usual suspects, man. All the places you guys see me on the panels over there as we ramp up basketball. But however, on that note, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down, guys. I got to go watch the final episode of Power before it's all over the internet and ruins it for me. So I may or may not be back with a Lakers stream tonight. If not, it'll happen tomorrow. Lakers play tomorrow, so there will be a Lakers stream more than likely, regardless of the fact. But I appreciate you guys. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Thank you for that. Hope you guys have a good rest of your night. I hope you guys have a good Friday. If you guys don't come back tomorrow, have a good weekend. I'll see you when I see you. Thank you, guys. Make sure to pop in, man, whether it's baseball or basketball. Appreciate having you guys all here. And when we launch EPJ Sports Night, then it's going to be all topics on the table, right? And we can talk all kinds of different sports topics. Bring you guys on, talk about it, take calls, keep it moving. Excited to drop that. So turn on those notifications, subscribe to the channel, and most importantly, drop a like on the video, man. Thank you, guys. Go Dodgers. Go Lakers. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your night. I'm out of here. Be safe, y'all.